You are listening to ChartingWealth.com for Friday, the 15th of July, 2016. We continue to see the markets move up. Don't forget, it is an election year. That is what the markets almost always do. Now, once the election is over, what do markets almost always do? They move down over those next 2 years in particular. I send you to the book we recommend all the time, one of the few books we really talk about here. That is the Stock Trader's Almanac. 2016 comes out every year by Jeff and his father Yale Hirsch. Since Yale started doing it in the 70s. It's a great book. You need it as your Stock Trader's Almanac. What do we see going on? We had a crossover going up in the total market. That is IYY. It tracks the entire market. Crossed over going up on the 11th. We have 3 two-day candles. Actually, the last candle is only the first day of that 2-day candle, but they are connected. We've got a nice solid trend line. Derivative oscillators in the positive. Market was up 0.47% overall for the day. What do we see happening on the half-day chart? Well, the 4-hour chart shows us up movement in the morning, a little pairing off in the afternoon. We see the derivative oscillator losing energy and the MACD and signal line appear to be getting closer together for a possible down move. The backup that we're looking for in order to jump in if indeed the market turns back around moving up. Maybe that will be occurring still above the 2-day trend line. So we'll continue to watch the overall market. What do we see when we go to the S&P 500? It was up a little more than the total market throughout the course of the day, 0.56%. SPY is a Standard & Poor 500 Trust Series. It is an exchange-traded fund that is, again, an index fund that tracks the S&P. 3 strong upsurging candles. Crossover on the 11th. 2 days later, we saw the derivative oscillator confirmed crossover going up. We have a nice trend line. If we look at what happened during the course of the day on Thursday, we see up movement in the morning, red open box in the afternoon with only up movement on that red open box. So again, market moving up, derivative oscillator losing some energy, MACD getting closer to the signal line, not a confirmed down move yet. We don't have the backup and then the reversal to jump into an up move. The market could be peaking out here, but again, don't give up on the market. Why? Lots of free money out there in the trillions and an election year. So let's now go back to our 2-day chart and we will take a look at the Qs. Q. What is that? That's the NASDAQ 100. It tracks the tech stocks. It too has crossed over on the 11th. About the same time that crossover occurred, we had one in the derivative oscillator. 3 up movements in the derivative oscillator over the last 5 days, and of course strong up movements on the Qs. It was up the most of the 3 indexes, 0.67% for the day. If we look at what happened intraday on the 4-hour chart, what do we see? Well, the market had been sliding sideways since the afternoon of the 12th of July, and then it bumped up above those prior tops on the morning of the 14th, and we continued to see an up day, 0.68%, pairing a little bit of that off in the afternoon. If you look at the derivative oscillator, it lost a lot of energy, and the Qs are the closest of all 3 of the indexes to crossover going down on the short chart. So that backup may be underway. Again, it could turn around and keep surging back up again as it did when it reached a low point back on the afternoon of the 7th of July. It turned around, started moving up again. So keep your eyes open if we do have that reversal and then it throws back up in the up direction. That, of course, is your safest point to jump into a money-making trade. Remember, we don't catch a falling knife and we don't catch a rising knife. We wait for a backup and then a good move, a safe move to jump in. First things we always talk about here on Charting Wealth is you want to preserve your capital first, and then you want to make money off that capital you've preserved. The last thing you want to do is lose money. Remember, we're not a stock calling service. We're an education firm. Everything we talk about here, we want you to do with virtual money. Practice till you get good at this. Once you can do it time after time after time, then and only then can you make up your own mind to use your own money. The last chart we're going to look at is gold. What do we see going on there? Gold down 0.77% for the day. 0.77%. We don't have a crossover yet going down on gold. We do have derivative oscillator losing energy. We have the MACD moving toward the signal line. Looks like that might be coming soon, but again, it just looks that way. We don't know it yet. What do we see going on? Well, gold crossed over on the short chart going down on the 11th. If indeed gold turns around and starts moving back up again because the market tops off. Remember, gold typically moves inverse to what's going on in the stock market as a safe haven. Well, if the market starts to lose money, you can sure expect gold to move back up again. So let's keep an eye on gold, see if indeed the market's topping out. If so, we should see the market continue to move up in gold and reverse this down trend. Remember, we still have a confirmed uptrend in gold, so if that 4-hour chart crosses over going up, look to jump in and ride that wave on gold. Again, if we see the market, we'll look at the S&P 500, if we see it starting to lose energy, particularly in the 4-hour chart, and that's a big enough loser to pull over and pull the whole market down, then of course we might find a good jumping in point for a down trade. We just don't know. We just don't know here in the summer doldrums. Remember, so much of the volume's out of the market in the summertime. We don't know what's going to happen. It's a haphazard time that a lot of people don't trade. They only trade in the fall, winter, the fat time of year. Well, we're not there right now. We're in the summer doldrums. People are on vacation. The market doesn't have typically the volume that it usually does. And we'll just watch and see if you can find occasions to trade and practice. Of course you want to do that, but you don't want to do anything stupid. Remember, we don't have to trade like the people on Wall Street do. We want to wait for the perfect occasions to make real moves. That's where we ended the day on Thursday as we go into Friday, the last day of the week, the 15th. Thank you so much for listening to us. We love to hear from you. If you appreciate what we do, go to iTunes, give us a 5-star rating, say something nice about us, helps us with the metrics. We like being the number 7 most popular stock market podcast in the world. Thank you so much for making us that. Also, if you listen to us, watch us, or have a YouTube account, please go there and subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. We know thousands listen every week, but once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we can start doing proprietary broadcasts. Good reason for you to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel. We very much appreciate that. When we hit 1,000, we can really start knocking out things to you. So help us out there too, both at iTunes and at YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, Charting Wealth. Also, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We are there for you because we do this because we want you to be empowered. There is so much bunk and junk out there. I have 2 graduate degrees, an undergraduate degree in business. I learned absolutely nothing about how the stock market really worked with all my schooling. Where I learned was getting involved, taking classes, practicing, learning how the stock market works. We are dedicated to helping you figure out how these charts work so that you can develop your own method of trading and investing so that when things are going really well, you can make good decisions, work with your financial advisor, whoever, just yourself, whatever it might be, to make good decisions when the market's going up and to know when to get the hell out of the market and not ride it down. We want you to be empowered, and you're not going to learn this any other place. You're really not. This is your best chance to do it, and you can do it at virtually no expense at all. Everything we use here, we use freestockcharts.com. If you sign up for our podcast at the website, we'll send it to you every day at Charting Wealth. Put in your name, your email address. What will you get? You will get exactly what we're doing now every day that the market is open. You'll also get a link to the stock charts that we use at freestockcharts.com. The layout that we use, you will get for free. You'll find it right there, a link to it. You'll also have a link to our daily market worksheet. We just actually uploaded last night a newer version of it. You can print that out. It's a PDF. You can fill it out every day as you follow the markets with us. It will be incredibly helpful to you. You'll find that link also if you sign up for the newsletter. If you're already getting the newsletter, look, you'll see the link on there to the latest PDF, the daily market worksheet that you can fill out every day the markets are open. And then lastly, there is a link to a video, How to Read a Stock Chart. It's the primer you need. 15 minutes teach you all you need to know to start following us every day and figuring this out. If you want to master the charts, master the market, you got to spend about 10 minutes a day with us. We don't ask for any more than that. 10 minutes a day. You do this day in and day out. You don't do it haphazardly. You do it day in and day out. And you will find after a while, it depends on you, it might be a year, it might be 5 years, I don't know, but the more you dedicate yourself to it, work on it, research it, listen to our stock charting videos, figure this out, work on it a little bit every day, you will become a person who can read the stock charts. When you can do that, my friend, you will find a whole nother world open to you. Thank you so much for listening to us. We appreciate you being with us. Stay with us every day. Let us hear from you. Know what else you need. We're here because of you. Here at chartingwealth.com. God bless you.